Yeah.
I thought you had this done already.
We're done. We're live.
Oh, we're live.
Welcome to a special episode of Sports Scrutiny Live. I'm BJ,
And I'm Rob.
and we are bringing to you the hottest sports in today's news. So we just had to do a special episode tonight, guys. We got to talk about what's going on with the NFL right now, man. So Rob, it's pretty much the NFL versus Donald Trump, and then pretty well it's half of the NFL and Donald Trump versus the rest of the NFL. So
Yeah.
what's going on, man?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even sure. I mean,
I'm not sure either, dog.
it's like nobody can say anything anymore without somebody being heartbroken or touched in the soul by whatever that person said. Everybody, in my opinion, is just not everybody, but the majority of people have gotten, I don't know, sensitive. Feel like they always gotta announce things to the world, seeking attention.
Yeah.
It's just rather than just
So go
take
ahead.
it and leave it as it is.
Yeah. Just it's that simple, dude. If everyone was to do just that, okay. All right. So this is how I see it, man. This is how I see it. This is the national anthem is preaching about the land of the free, right?
Right.
So why don't they just let them people do what they want to do, man? I mean, I'm not looking at it from any side or any standpoint. I'm coming with a pretty neutral thing here. I just think they should just be left alone. If people don't want to stand for the national anthem, they don't have to stand for the national anthem. I mean, if people want to stand, they can stand. I don't. I mean, if you got some people not agreeing with what's going on and they choose not to do it, as long as they're not bothering anybody, what's the big deal?
Now, I see for me, it's, I feel like you should, no matter what's going on or what you disagree with, has nothing to do with the people that, built this country. Thing what this, the flag represents. I mean, you are here, right? Everybody is here, right? Everybody's making,
Yeah,
those football players making millions and millions of dollars in the United States of America off of the American people. It's like it's not that much of not much asking just to go out there, play your game, and in the time of you know, where the time to show respect is, it's not that long. What, 2 minutes? Ain't no different than uh if a loved one dies and you're at the funeral asking people to bow their heads and keep quiet and pay respect to the person that you love who has passed. You have people in the military over hundreds of years put their lives on the line for nobody asked them to. They just did it for the right for you to, sit or stand however you feel. It's just still disrespectful no matter how you express it. I have people in the military. I have family members in the military, and I believe it's your right to do whatever you want. It's just if you want disrespecting the flag, disrespecting the anthem by bowing your head or ignoring it or sitting down, ignoring what it stands for, or even stepping on the flag or burning the American flag. I mean, you're in the country. You live here. You 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 pay your taxes here.
yeah, they pay their
If you don't like
taxes.
if you don't like it,
Some of them do.
I mean, if you don't like it, then you can leave, but you want to stay here because you don't want to go nowhere else. I mean, we're not the only country with freedom, no. I think there's probably like a 40, 48 other. Well, actually, there's a lot more countries with freedom. I don't really know the number. It's
I
close to
just think, I just
100.
think, you know what I'm saying. You can't be mad at people. I mean, to me, it's kind of like it's a double edged sword to me, man. I feel like it's people are making a big deal about it, and I want you to tell me what you think about what I'm saying, Rob, because I definitely want to hear your opinion. But um, you're singing a song that's representing a country that's supposed to represent a country that is so proud of being a free country. Like the national anthem that we hear is about a free nation. So if these people are not agreeing with some of the other stuff that come along with the national anthem, don't you think it's their right to not stand for the national anthem? Like if
No,
they feel like
that's not what it's about. That's not the direction that it's going. It is their right. You have the freedom to do that. It doesn't make it a right thing. Doesn't make it correct. Doesn't make it a respectful thing. It's still disrespectful.
uh, that's how they're looking at it, man. I mean, that's how a lot of people are looking at it. My question is that going to affect anything to do with Colin Kaepernick?
I think
Because now
the
you got all these other dozens and dozens
honestly,
of.
honestly, Donald Trump said something. He probably could have used a different word, but uh,
Yeah, that was
for
that was
for Mike
wild.
for Mike Tomlin to suggest his team to not be there, it's almost like it has nothing to do with the national anthem, has nothing to do with the flag, has nothing to do with race. Mike Tomlin made that decision, said what he said, did what he did simply because Donald Trump tweeted something. Has nothing to do with rights, has everything to do with Mike Tomlin taking it personally and making an emotional decision. That's it, 100%. Has zero to do with rights, has zero to do with the black community, has zero to do with white community, has zero to do with Black Lives Matter, the flag, United States, freedom, nothing. Mike Tomlin did what he did, said what he said, and suggested what he did because he felt emotionally hurt by what Donald Trump said. And many other people did too. And people reacting to what Donald Trump said or what Donald Trump did, unless it's unless it's directly affecting your lifestyle in the United States, it's simply an emotional decision. That's all it is. As it's people are just I don't know. It might just some attention seeking or some nonsense. They could have just walked out there, ignored everything that he said, because he wasn't talking to anybody on the Steelers team. Nobody, not a single person. He was simply talking about all the people that want to kneel because of some thing that has happened in the United States, which honestly hasn't been changed. It's just coming to the limelight. That's all. I mean,
Right.
police being being violent towards criminals or people that don't listen. That's not anything new. That's been going on forever. The only difference now is we have media to cover it. We got people with cameras everywhere. We got cameras everywhere. We got people with direct media access to just blast that shit everywhere.
Hmm.
It's like it's no different. It's just louder. It's easier to find.
Yeah, and smartphones, man, are bringing a lot more things to the limelight that wasn't brought to the limelight before either. Also, but I just think, man, as far as Trump making that statement, you know what I'm saying? Like he shouldn't have made that statement, man. I mean, I don't think he should have.
No, you shouldn't have.
He coming
I'm gonna
completely
tell you
out
something.
of.
He
Go ahead.
he is he's a smart person, but he's stupid when he opens his mouth. Some of the things I don't agree with him doing in the office, but there's a lot of things that I do agree with, and I'm not going to get into that. But what he does when he tweets, what he says, is just
He needs to stay
it's
off of
dumb.
social media. He needs to stay. I mean, because there's a lot worse things going on right now in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think it necessarily has to stay off social media because it doesn't take long to write a tweet. But he just needs like somebody to advise him almost like a
And
coach.
tell him what he should and should. He
Like
needs
he needs
a
either like
publicist,
hand your
like a
phone to somebody
publicity
and be like,
coach.
should I post this? Somebody
Yeah,
should read
yeah,
over it. Someone, two or three people should read over it. Be like, no, no, he shouldn't have said son of a bitch. He really shouldn't have said that. He probably,
right.
but he wasn't referring to. I mean, not from what I picked up. I'm he wasn't referring to anybody's mother, anybody's personal feelings. He was probably just
It
saying,
was 100% a shot at the people that were kneeling. I don't think it was like talking about
yeah,
moms and whatnot.
it's just like I mean, it's not like people don't do it anyways. People do it every day, and all of a sudden, it's just something because he said it. I mean, lots of people call everybody, bitches or jackasses or a holes. Lots of people do it all the time, and they don't ever take offense to it. I mean, but it's different because he said it. I know it's stupid because he is the president of the United States. He shouldn't be saying that type of stuff. But nothing that is happening right now has anything to do with the direct message that Colin Kaepernick was trying to get the world to see.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay, I want to hear this, Rob. I'm listening. I want to hear this.
Do you still think that everybody was kneeling because of the message that Colin Kaepernick was kneeling for? 'Cause I don't think it was. I think it's all screwed. It's all skewed now. Everything has
So what do
changed.
you?
Everything is
Okay,
different.
so I'm curious to hear. I'm curious to hear what you think they're kneeling for
It's the
now.
it's it's the exact same thing as the Black Lives Matter movement. It
Okay,
was a good movement at the beginning, but what is it now? What did it turn into?
a bunch of
It tur-
chaos.
it turned into chaos. It turned into people seeking attention, seeking things, seeking objects, seeking the limelight, seeking free stuff, attention.
Yeah.
But really, all it was simply kind of like a recreation of Martin Luther King's movement,
Okay.
but in our day and age. Obviously, everybody is still free now. They weren't as free back then. They weren't treated the same. A lot of people are
Mhm.
more obviously treated more equally now.
Mhm.
But now, I mean, burning neighborhoods down, stealing, looting people, robbing people, just to make a point. How I don't understand how that is better. How that's bringing a message to. How is that saying that Black Lives Matter? Burning neighborhoods down
Well,
and
like you said, I mean, just to kind of add on to what you said, um, it has turned that has turned into a circus, but the meaning of what it means um, is still the same. I think. I mean, we got some. Man, our live chat is blowing up, and I just now can see it. Coach, what's up, Coach? How you doing, man? I gotta give a shout out to Coach Shelton Harrison. He's in the building. Um, all right, so we got all right. Nancy Johnson says, "Can you comment on the Dallas Cowboys coach saying that if his players did not stand, they would be fired?"
was that the coach or the
Uh,
owner?
the owner. It was the owner. I
Owner.
read that actually. It was the owner, not the coach.
Well,
Yeah.
my comment on that is Jerry Jones has always been the type of guy that he always likes to poke his head in on wherever the brightest bulb is. Whatever room has the most people in it, whatever room has the most cameras, whatever room has the most light, Jerry Jones is going to be in there opening his mouth just to get that attention. So
But
I
I mean,
can't.
do you think he would actually fire players?
Uh, I mean, the Dallas Cowboys are the most valuable football team. I mean, they have the most money, and I don't know. It's hard to tell because ultimately, it's a game to the players, but it's a business to the owner, and you can't have a business without the players. So
To me,
who's he gonna hire? Everybody in the free agency?
I know, and to me, I think it was just a way to scare his players into doing what he wanted them to do. You know, to make sure. I think he was looking out more for the brand of the Dallas Cowboys. I think that's kind of what he was doing because he doesn't want the Dallas Cowboys. He probably doesn't want the Dallas Cowboys involved in racial and he doesn't want them involved in that whole thing, the racial and political thing that's going on right now. He wants them to be the squeaky clean boys, but you know what I'm saying? I don't think scaring your team into doing it is the right way to do it. You know what I'm
Ultimately,
saying?
the way that I feel is the Pledge of Allegiance, the American flag, the national anthem. It deserves its time of respect, like any other tragedy. You bow your head, you show your respect, and it's not. I mean, you're in this country for that reason. You're in this country because you know it's great, and if it really is so bad, running around, kneeling, and tweeting and simply saying, "Oh, I don't want to do this," is not a good sign. It's showing bad influence. It's it's a terrible message sending to being sent to the younger kids younger than us. And I mean, if you want change, they are doing a very piss poor job of showing it. What's going on?
Yeah, man, I definitely agree, but I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. Rob, I'm actually not sure if we're live anymore because I think
My
it turned off.
my screen still says live.
Oh, does it? Mine does too, but it says video call has ended. I think it might still be going on, but I don't know, man. I just think that you know these guys are going to react, man. You have to. I mean, you have to. I mean, these guys are going to react to this, and especially when the POTUS comes on and goes off like, hold on, Rob. I don't know if we're still live, buddy.
I think we are. It did this last time. You can just keep going, even if
Oh,
it's not.
okay,
Then
yeah, whatever. Well, but can you guys still hear us? Are we still there? Anyway, we're gonna keep talking. Um, what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's that something like that is okay for the owners of the team to? Do y'all think it's
also,
okay?
Jerry Jones saying something like that, it might not have been a threat. It could have just been a statement for himself. Some people will be like, "Oh, if I don't do this, I'm gonna do this for sure." It could just be
Just to say,
represent. Yeah,
just to say
just
he said
to
it.
well, not to say he said it, but maybe it was his way, and it wasn't not saying it's a good way, but maybe it's his way of saying I would stand. You know what I
What
mean?
you? I'm watching you, Coach. I'm watching you, man. Go ahead. What you talking about, Coach? I see you. Coach said, "Hell no." Damn, Jerry Jones. How you gonna explain that, Coach? Rob, the live chat is crazy. Coach said, "Damn, Jerry Jones." Oh boy. Okay, so I'm asking all you guys watching, what what is it? What is it? How is it okay for Donald Trump to go on live television and say something like he said today or yesterday, whenever he said it? How is that okay?
Who said it was okay?
No, what I'm saying is, why is it okay for? I mean, how is nothing not happening about this president getting on television and saying some of the most outlandish stuff that he's been saying? He's acting completely out of character. I'm pretty sure, Rob, there's somebody in the White House that is telling him what he does and what he doesn't need to do. You know what I'm
Well, yeah,
saying? And if
he
you,
has
if the,
advisors, of course.
right, so if he's acting as outlandish as he's been acting, and then this just putting the whipped cream on top, who's letting him get by with saying stuff like this? You can't get on national television with you being the president of the United States and call the most popular sport in America, one of the most popular sports in America. You can't get on live television and call them son of a bitches.
Well, he wasn't calling the NFL, the whole NFL, sons of bitches.
Well, not the whole NFL, but the part of the NFL that wasn't agreeing with him.
Well, not necessarily him.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't think that it's not agreeing necessarily with Donald Trump. It's kind of just like what I was saying before. I mean, you're in the United States. What does the national anthem or the flag have to do with anything that's going on right now? Because they've been
Are
built on
you?
off of they've been built they've earned their respect off of things that's already happened. I mean, to all these people that are kneeling right now, all these people that think that the United States is so bad, what would they do if our military, if all the people in the military just up and decided to quit? What are they going to do? Do you know how many? I mean, really, think about all the countries that we've done stuff to. Do you really think they would still be our ally?
Of course not.
No. So, what all these people that say the United States is so bad, that everything is so bad here, that they got to sit and ignore the national anthem and the American flag, not